Good morning, YouTube. We are Friday morning. We are down Plymouth Meeting, Westchester area of Pennsylvania, doing a job for a builder, and they got hammered by a storm last night. Missed our area. The video prior to this, when we're doing the fire pit, you'll see us rushing before the storm hit us. But down here, they got whaled. We have to redo this backyard, but they have a tree laying across the whole half the backyard. That tree up there is laying in their yard. So if it wasn't up against their building, I would just grab it with the mini and snap it, but that is pretty close to their shed, and I don't want to mess with that. So what we're going to do in the meantime is use the excavator to take that pile of topsoil and fill in all these low spots around here. The grading is kind of weird, so we're going to put a yard drain right there and blend that out. And then once it dries out, we have to come back and touch up all this lawn. So we're just laying these pipe out now. And then there is or still is, you can see the stone coming through. That was like an access road for when they did the addition here. So we got to rip that out and put topsoil back in. And this was a new sidewalk, and over the winter they put salt on it and ruined it. So we got to cut that off and load that out too, and then grade this. So a bunch of odds and ends. No power, but we'll make it work. All right, so I'm going to take this. Basically fill in. First, want to see how wet this dirt is. Oh, it's actually beautiful. This is actually beautiful. Yeah, they got hammered down here. We didn't really get much at home up our way. But I was seeing on social media and stuff, it was just south of us. They got hit hard. And now that we're here, we can tell. Generators running in the background. They're probably going to be without power for days. We're not doing this one. I figured this topsoil would be mush, but it is actually very nice. So I might, yeah, we have the excavator, but I might try and do this backyard with the excavator and get this done 100% so we don't got to worry about coming back again. I don't have straw or seed, but I'll just run to a local landscape place and do it. Still going to be cheaper than going all the way home and coming back with equipment, because this dirt is super dry. 4 of us can rake this out in no time. It'll be fine. that up and load that into a truck. I just want to kind of get all this figured out first. You don't need to put that in because once the 90's there, it won't come. I mean, if you can get it to go in, great, but we don't usually put a screw in it. So it'd be easier with the skid loader doing this, but it's not too bad. We'll make it work. Back and forth, one scoop at a time. Yeah, I'm moving it twice, but it'll probably still be quicker. Topsoil. Those weeds up, rake it by hand. All right, I'm gonna get some of this dirt over there. Start laying out the piping. Alright, so we got all this done through here. Got all that raked up. Can't believe how nice this soil is. Super dry with all the rain we've had. So now we're going to start working on, now that we filled all this in, I can see my grades. We're going to put the yard drain in here, downspout there, and around the front. Get all this piped in, then we'll start working the whole backyard. Try and get it all done today. We'll see. Yeah. This one should have went down some, I would think. Got grabbed. You can't go too high like this later in back. You gotta let it slow out. Because we're sitting here in but you have when it's coming from up here. You know what I mean? So it's gonna push that shit straight out. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, from here on out, we know we're going downhill because I can take it level, but it's going to be going down because we got the slope. So this one, let's get a 22 or a 45 and see how that looks in there. I didn't want to dig too far until I saw in that box. Do you have any other cut ones that we can sacrifice?
Oh, there's bad ends.
Oh yeah, down there.
There's, I don't know, bad
This one's
ends.
perfect because the bell end's broken. Is that a bell end or not a bell end coming out?
Bell.
Perfect. Perfecto! Where it's gonna be. Hell yeah! That might actually not be quite long enough. What's a 20? Give me a 22. You can make that work.
Put that joint on.
Yep. Put that joint as far out as you can, but you can see it's still cracked.
Yeah,
So you
you
gotta
get to
sacrifice a little bit there. Oh, now it's gonna be too short.
Well, make it work if none of the trucks are going harder. Already tried. You can't get none of them to
There's no juice in that.
I thought we had 3 batteries, you said.
We had 2 and for some reason they're both on one.
I'll cut it with the chop saw.
Do we have a chop saw?
Yeah, just cut the concrete with it.
Which one has
Oh.
Brett's drill in there?
Personal truck.
Oh, you put it in my truck?
No, it's in one of these trucks.
Is
In
that?
the back seat, yeah.
Yep.
I didn't.
It's an arch truck.
Oh, that's why I didn't see that.
Well, that's probably gonna be too short now anyway. I'm gonna have to use the full one.
I'll cut this, sacrifice a chunk of this.
Well, I don't know. I mean, that broke quite a bit off yet, didn't it?
Yeah.
No. I want the least amount. After this elbow, I might fill this back in. Let's just have line touching. You know what I mean? I don't want to go crazy because ideally I want to be able to daylight as soon as I can. If I stay that deep, I'll never get high enough. So I wanted to go like right. You can almost see where that rock is in the silt sock. It dips down there.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to get it all the way down to there, but
Neighbor's yard.
that's how they have this. You can see they already have it naturally swaled that way. Yeah, I mean, I'll go either way. I mean, we could go straight out, I guess, but there's
No
a
matter
house
how you
there
go, you're
too.
going in somebody's yard.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's this area. That's why there's water palms everywhere here.
Let me
But you can. It's too old.
let me call him.
It's too old, but the construction's old. That's what it is.
will come down through here, little yard drain there. We'll just 90 into this one. This will come into here. There's not a lot of roof water, so one 4-inch lead would be plenty. And then I just looked back at my estimate, and I didn't even factor in doing that downspout, so I just did that one for free, essentially. Oh well. So now they're throwing this together. Little 90 there, 90 there. Okay. So now that I did the garage one, I technically quoted doing this one and that one plus the yard drain. So now I don't have enough pipe, so now I have to go and get more pipe. And of course this one goes right over top of where the cable and electric go, even though that's way deeper than it's gonna be that we have to worry about, but still. And then once all the piping is in, I'll come through here, grade all this out to essentially make it look like we did along here. Go from there. Keep your fat ass in the way. I'm gonna
Hey.
go for this.
You want the work to get done or you want to be on YouTube?
Got to make money on YouTube to pay for all the freaking shit.
Yeah, if you're doing for free. all the time.
Don't glue.
down before you
I never glue these in case I have to ever take them off to like get into the what you call it. Put the clean outs on them. All right. Do what you're doing over there. You give me the tape measure.
this way.
Just make sure when you put those 90s on, you put them straight. I think that 90's facing up, so it's gonna mess the water flow.
That way, yeah. That's just sitting like that.
Oh, you didn't glue it yet. Oh.
Well, that's glued, but I can still spin the pipe.
You didn't glue it on there.
Well, that's glued, but
That's what I mean. If it's already glued, it shouldn't move. It's freaking glued. It's the whole point of gluing it. There. Well, then that's not glued on that side then. That doesn't matter. It's not going to catch any sort of water. You just got to make sure those couplings are always tilted down a little bit, or else the water will just sit in that thing.
yeah, I know.
So this can get backfilled now, just ever so slightly, and then you just use the end of your shovel and just mash the hell out of it in there. Yeah. Yeah, but while you're doing that, I could be measuring that. Look at trench. I gotta wait to see how our Y meets over there. Because I dig all this up and we gotta move over 6 inches. Because we have to meet both these together over there. So the angles might be a little off.
You're filled with mud anyhow. Okay, yep.
up behind closed doors. Might not go.
Who the hell doesn't
You don't
glue
get
that?
yelled at in front of us anymore.
Who don't glue that set?
You don't. You want that for clean out. Usually that one goes on and one side has a,
go around the tree.
you know what I mean? One side has a whatchamacallit.
valve on it.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't bring a chainsaw there. I mean, we can, you know, if not, I know a guy, ideally like a chipper and stuff would be perfect.
Go back here, hold on. Ready?
Yep, go ahead. Give her a good push. Yep.
So you
Hold it
should,
again, I'm gonna kick it.
theoretically,
She
you
went all the
should
way
be
in.
primer and gluing both. Because you're primering one end but not the other, so you're kind of defeating the purpose because you're putting a dirty pipe into a primed pipe, you know what I mean? You always want to primer both to slide them in so they're both clean.
I've only ever done one.
Huh?
I've only ever done one side.
But so your thought process, so what's the point of cleaning one pipe but not the other?
Because when you put them together, the glue puts everything all together.
But not the primer, because the primer's already hard. The primer's already...
The primer loosens up. If you put glue on that primer after it dries, it lifts.
You should do both.
I'll
should
do both for you.
Yep. It's not just me, that's just how you should do it. That's what it should be.
I thought the primer actually like kind of melts the pipe a little bit first, so it
It does on the one you primer. But if you don't primer the other one, that pipe stays hard.
Here they come, they're checking your trucks out, John.
That's fine. Ain't got nothing to hide. Let him find me.
There he is, he's down.
The only thing, did we check grade on that to make sure that that pipe was even going downhill away from the...
This.
Yeah. It's just not a matter of putting them all together, it's making sure they work. House one for free.
Killing us, John, you're killing us.
I'm just getting you well versed on the, so that you should angle slightly up, that way the water doesn't try and come, it won't because you got so much. Yeah, that would be good, yeah. Okay. I'm just getting you guys well versed in the yard drainage.
I worked for Mayor's Paving. You remember Jimmy and Jules? That's who Kevin Kremp took over for.
I don't know what that is. About 66? Yes, sir.
You don't know Kevin Kremp?
No.
He lives up behind Brett's. He does blacktop. He's done.
He's retired, huh?
I don't know.
Out of the game now.
He screwed up big time.
Oh boy.
Bankrupt. Yes.
You better, yeah,
Look at that perfect measurement. The best feeling in the world. All right, hard part is done. Now it's just, I'll get that with the Mini. So we got all that connected. So now all I have to do is run a straight line out and daylight it out right about there somewhere. And then he's got this one dug out. Utilities go through here, so we're just doing it by hand. And then we're just gonna go straight out with that one and then follow the trench out. So let me dig it the rest of the way out.
just 2 to 1?
We'll just do like a 45.
A 2 to 1.
We're not doing the sump pump. We're just doing the downspout.
Yeah, that's what I did. I did the downspout,
Yeah.
and then put the last little 4-foot tail I had left over of pipe on, so it comes out like 4 foot. But I need more pipe to come out.
Yeah, that's fine.
But we're not tying that one to these. Two.
No, they're all just run side by side in the trench.
All right, perfect.
Yeah. So I'll put the 3-foot bucket. I'll grade this, so then you guys can start raking this out, and then I will. I'll dig the last 3 sections so you can get that done, and then we'll just kind of stop and load the trucks up with the shit, go dump them out, and then on the way back, hopefully we pass a Lowe's or something when you get more pipe. Downspout there again. just dropped the concrete. I think the camera died when I was loading it. Drop that off. Had the guys go run and get more pipe. And they were going to pick up straw while they were out, because again, we weren't planning on doing the lawn today, but because it is dry enough, we're going to do it while we're here. And we can't find a landscape supply place within like 40 minutes of here, so they're going to come back with the pipe. We're going to get the pipe done, and while we're doing that, I'll have Mike run and get, you know, he'll have to just drive and get it so we can do it, and then we'll start blading all this back and get out of here. So this section pretty much here is done. There's a little yard drain we put in there. Those downspouts are buried. This downspout's buried. So getting there. Shouldn't take long with me on the machine. So let's get it done.
wheel speed, laying straw down the backyard real quick.
Put that sump pump train on and put a little piece at the end of that sump pump train. Real work is better with just the three of us. You ever notice that?
Yeah. But you don't got trucked in the negative Nancy all day.
Yeah, stand around watching the whole thing.
Hiding.
I'm trying to get you to bring lights and light work.
Put the sour taste in everyone's mouth.
Yeah. I don't put dirt there yet. Okay. Easy car. But you get paid to work.
Got guys out here cutting trees up. Homeowner said just go around that one. So we got the drain in, downspouts done, matting in the swale. Got all this topsoiled on the way out. All through here. Excuse me.
I get a tickle in your throat before.
And then ripped that sidewalk out, put some stone in there for the concrete guys, ripped out the landscaping. They're going to redo that at some point. But yep, Friday, I'm ready for the weekend. See you on the next one.